All right, welcome back to Safety Blitz. You know Rodney Harris and Jack Collinsworth. So this is the NFC side of things now. You got the 49ers, you have the Rams. And this is a little big brother, little brother, right? Shanahan and McVay, they've worked together before, but Shanahan has been big brother, and he has been playing like it. They have won 6 straight against the Rams dating back to 2019. What do you think about first looking at this matchup in the championship game?
Well, I think about the physicality of the San Francisco 49ers, man. And I've always said, if you want to beat the Rams, you have to beat them up at the line of scrimmage, control the line of scrimmage. And if you can do that, you will win a lot of football games. We saw San Francisco do it multiple times. We saw the Tennessee Titans do it. You just have to play a physical style of football. But on the other side, if you're the Rams, you have to continue to try to run the football. It can't be all Matthew Stafford, 30, 40 passes. You can't do that. You have to continue to get those tight ends involved. Sony Michel, Cam Akers, continue to run the football, keep them off balance, and see what happens there.
I think the AFC is a straight shootout. I think this one's a little more knockdown, drag out, low scoring, all about defenses. The one that could really screw up the 49ers if Trent Williams, because he looked one-legged. He looked a little one-legged. Bum ankle he has in about mid-third quarter, late third quarter of that game. He was just starting to limp around a bit. And if he's not healthy between Von Miller and AD and Floyd and all the different people that you're going to have to face with the Rams, it could become very problematic. So that's the one issue. I think Deebo Samuel is going to be fine. He just got banged and had to limp over the sideline. Apparently started feeling better pretty quickly. He's a little sore, bruised knee, whatever the case may be. But I'm a little more worried about Trent Williams because if he doesn't have that pop like we're used to seeing from him, I could see that pass rush being a major issue for Jimmy G.
No question. You're talking about the best left tackle in all of football, the meanest, the baddest dude. And you talk about the pass rush, just getting after them, the Rams, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, these guys just getting after him. And you know what? That's who they're going to have to block. They're going to have to block Von Miller. He does such a great job, not only getting to the quarterback, but in the run game. Then you got Leonard Floyd, who's 6'5", coming off the edge. And they just consistently, Ashawn Robinson, just put pressure on you in the middle of the pocket. I'm excited, man. This is going to be a heck of a matchup.
It really is. It really is, man. It's all comes down to these teams that can get after the passer. And like Von Miller to me looks fresh right now. It's kind of funny how some of these guys that, Von had that knee injury where he got about 3 or 4 weeks off right there in the middle of the season. Then he had the Rams week 11 bye week at the end of it. So he sort of got that spring break, if you will, in the middle of the season. And it's just funny to me how some of these guys, with how long the season is, now you got the playoffs on the tail end of it, the push to the Super Bowl, the guys who have just gotten a little built-in rest, how much fresher they look than some of these other. It's almost survive. It's like, who can survive? Who can get some of their best players to this point in the year? I mean, you saw George Kittle limping off late. You saw Deebo Samuel limping off late. You saw Trent Williams just trying to battle through it. I mean, these are wars on these football fields, and these guys are just trying to make it out and trying to make it to the next one. So can they be bionic and go do it again? That's the question, because the 49ers were definitely a little limping by the end of it.
You talked about the Rams having like this sense of urgency. They're hungry and whatever. They are. And you think about Aaron Donald. Matter of fact, you think about Von Miller. And when Von Miller was in Denver, he felt like he had to do everything by himself. Yep. Chubb was always hurt. He felt like he had to do everything by himself. He comes over here and he's like, oh my goodness, look at all these guys. I got the best defensive player on the planet right there. I got Leonard Floyd coming off the edge, and we got some other rotational guys inside that we can play and fit in. So he didn't feel like when he came to the Rams that he had to be this special player. He just felt like he could just be himself and go out there and play. And that's what he's doing. It's not like he's doing anything special. He's just being Von Miller, where he doesn't have to do everything. He has other guys helping him out, especially in the secondary. And when you get that secondary that can cover, they can play zone, read and react, or they can play man. You got Jalen Ramsey. Come on, man.
It's a great point. You got to give credit to McVay in this front office for just infusing this talent late. Odell Beckham Jr., Von Miller. It's just given fresh life and energy to that group, where a lot of teams you feel them, even the Bucs, you feel them starting to come down, right? Then you got a team like the Rams who's getting hot at the right time, and that's what it's become about.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.